Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Sanjana and today I'm here with something slightly different. If you haven't read by the title already, I wanted to introduce a new series which will be a 3 look using one palette. The palette that I'll be featuring in today's video is Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. Oh my god, I don't hear anyone talking about this, and this palette was the rage. It was the hype. It was the it girl. It was the palette that everyone had in their collection. And I just don't hear anyone talking about it anymore, which I guess makes sense because the world is always just moving so quickly. But oh my god, this is still one of my favorite palettes to use. Not only is the shade range just simply to die for, but Anastasia Beverly Hills really kill the game with their eyeshadow quality. It's just so blendable, so creamy. Their shimmers are really pretty. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys 3 different looks that I created using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I created a soft glam, a smoky glam, and then this very full glam kind of look using this palette. So if you guys wanted to see how I created it, then just keep on watching. First, we're going to start off with prepping our eyelids. I like to use a lighter concealer, that way when I apply the shadows it will show up very nicely against my skin color. In this video I used the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade Light 18. I first spread it out with a flat shader brush and then seamlessly blended it with a sponge, and then I set it all in place with the shades Tempera and Golden Ochre from the Modern Renaissance palette. I feel like these 2 shades combined together created the perfect shade for my eyelids against my skin complexion. With a fluffy blending brush, I'm dipping into the shade Raw Sienna, and I'm just going to apply this color to my lid, but also focusing it in my crease and on my outer corner. With the same brush, I'm adding the shade Burnt Orange to my lid just to further warm up the look. Now, using a tiny precise blending brush, I'm adding the shade Cypress Umber. I started off by adding it to my lash line, but then I ended up bringing that shade to my outer corner. Just using the first original fluffy brush we used, with no additional product, I'm just going to blend over that outer corner just so that the shadows all blend in seamlessly. Now, using the Inglot Gel Liner shade number 77, just a black gel liner, I'm going to add the smallest line close to my lash line. Now, I'm going to apply this eyeliner in sections just because this eyeliner does dry down really quickly, and I do want to create a little bit of a smoky eyeliner. I'm going to smoke out that liner with the shade Cypress Umber, and then I'm just going to go back with the eyeliner to add more and to re-intensify and then blend out. So it's going to be a bit of a back and forth with those 2 steps. I'm going to add the smallest wing with that Inglot Gel Liner and then smoking the liner with the shade Cypress Umber. If you're wondering why my eye is looking slightly darker, it's just because I went to tightline my eyes. I realized I didn't do that, so do that as your first step before doing any eyeshadow. Trust me, it makes the process a lot more easier. It makes your eyes look better. Yeah. Using a mixture of Vermeer and Primavera, I'm going to add this to my inner corner to highlight. I should have done this before applying eyeliner, but I guess I just added it in now. Now, I've just done my base makeup, as you can tell right now, and before you say anything, I am well aware that the foundation does not match. The actual products that I used for my base are products that I don't really like anyways, but pretty much I just wanted to show how I actually use my concealer step to clean up underneath my eyeliner. That way my eyeliner is looking crisp and sharp and it just looks that much more cleaner. So I don't think I captured it, but I put the lightest bit of that gel liner to my lash line. Then I'm setting that eyeliner with Cypress Umber. just so that it looks more brown rather than black. I'm then blending Cypress Umber close to the lash line just with a small fluffy brush before going in with Burnt Orange to just further diffuse and blend that out. I think Cypress Umber kind of made my lower lashes too dark, but adding Burnt Orange kind of took that darkness away. So now I'm just going to curl my lashes and then apply some mascara. I'm using the Tarte Tartelette XL tubing mascara. I'm just trying this out because I've heard so many good things about tubing mascaras, and I don't know if I like or hate this mascara. I do love how lengthening this mascara can be, but I feel like you have to be super careful with how you apply it. If you apply too much, you could easily find yourself heading towards the spidery legs territory. So yeah. Now for this look, you don't have to wear lashes if you don't want to, but I felt like I needed a little bit of something, so I went in with the Model Rock half lashes in the style Miss Fabulous, and I feel like it just gave me the perfect amount of lash. I would pair this soft glam look with a nude lip, so I used the Colourpop Lippy Pencil in the shade BFF3. It is now discontinued. I really need Colourpop to bring this back because this is the best brown girl lip liner. I use it on all my clients. It's ridiculous, and I don't know if you can tell, but my lips were so chapped, so I went in with the e.l.f. lip lacquer in the shade Moody, and yeah, that was pretty much it. Okay, so once again, I'm going to prep my eyelids with the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade Light 18. I'm going to apply that with a large flat shader brush before setting it with the shades Tempera and Golden Ochre from the palette. For this look, I kind of wanted my smoky eye to be a little bit sharp, so I am going to add some tape to the outer corner of my eyes. With all my smoky eye looks, I always like to start off with a dark cream base. This helps intensify the shadow so that it looks dark and smoky. So here I'm using the brown gel liner from Juvia's Place, and I'm placing it on my eyelids before applying the shade Cypress Umber on top of it. I don't know why, but the shade Red Ochre was screaming out to me when I was doing this look, so I just added some of that with a fluffy brush into my crease just to kind of warm up the look, I guess. To achieve that seamless blend and transition between the colours, you want to keep going back and forth with adding products just in case some shades take away the intensity of other shades. So in this instance, I felt like by adding Red Ochre, it took a bit of the darkness from Cypress Umber away, so I'm just reapplying and blending as I go. I went into the shade Burnt Orange just to further diffuse and blend out that crease, but then I think I realized that I was blending it too far up, so I used the shade Tempera just with a small flat shader brush, and I'm using that to kind of clean up around the edges. This step is optional, but I applied a bit of antique bronze just over my eyelid, just using my finger. This is my favorite part, removing the tape to see how sharp and crisp my eyes look. It's so satisfying. But yeah, once I removed the tape, I just ran a small fluffy brush along the edges of the outer corner just to diffuse it out a bit. I didn't want it to look so blocky, if that makes sense. And then do your base makeup before starting on your lower lashes. Here I just added that brown gel liner from Juvia's Place on the waterline, and then I set it with the shade Cypress Umber. Just on a very precise pencil brush, I added the shade Cypress Umber very close to my lash line, and then I went in with the shade Burnt Orange on a small fluffy brush, and I just blended out that shade as well as bringing up Burnt Orange towards the outer corner of the top lash, just to kind of further diffuse and blend that out. Oh yeah, I also added the tiniest bit of red ochre to the lower lash just to match the warmth of the upper lash. Yeah. I'm just curling my lashes and then applying the Tartelette XL Tubing Mascara by Tarte. I added the Model Rock half lashes in the style Miss Fabulous, as well as the Ardell natural lashes in the style 110, and then I just highlighted my inner corners with the shades Vermeer and Primavera. So for the lips, I unintentionally gave you guys two options to choose from. Initially, I was thinking of pairing this look with a red lip, so I went in with the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade Cold Brew, and I just lined my lips with this before using the Coloured Rain liquid lipstick in the shade Cherry Blossom. I really love this red lip. It's the perfect red lip for my skin. I'm really particular with my red lips. I feel like sometimes red lips can make me look like a clown. But yeah, I put this on and then I thought that it was a bit too red for this look, so then I went in with the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Ginger Snap. But yeah, I didn't like how this lip paired with the eye look. I just felt like everything was looking too dark, so I just wiped it off and then applied the Il Makiage Infinity Longwear Matte Lip Cream in the shade Matte Dreamy. I just applied this on top of my stained lip and I think it looked pretty good. I'll let you guys decide. Alrighty, so you know the drill. We gotta prep our eyelids with that Colourpop No Filter Concealer, and then we're setting it with Tempera and Golden Ochre. And then to start off this full glam look, I went into the shade Venetian Red. I think I'm saying that right. And just with a pencil brush, I'm kind of just placing that shadow in my crease very strategically. I then get a clean fluffy blending brush and I just use that to blend out that shadow, and then I decided to also add some of that shade onto my lash line, as you can see. But ultimately I'm just placing that shadow and then just blending it out with that clean brush, just to ensure that that shade is diffused in the crease nicely. Just with a small fluffy brush, I'm adding the shade Love Letter to my outer corner. I'm also just adding the shade Cypress Umber to the outer corner just to deepen up the look a bit, before using a clean fluffy brush to just blend everything together. I am now applying the shade Vermeer on my entire lid with my finger. Then with a fluffy brush, I'm just using the shade Love Letter to blend the shimmer in with the other shades on the outer corner. And then I felt like Love Letter kind of took away the darkness from the outer corner, so I added some more Cypress Umber, but I pretty much just keep going back and forth between Love Letter and Cypress Umber until I'm satisfied with the intensity of all the shadows on my lid. I felt like this look needed some eyeliner, so I added one using the Inglot Gel Liner shade 77. I'm applying that gel liner to my waterline and also using that to tightline before setting it in place with Cypress Umber. On my lower lash line, I added the shade Cypress Umber and then diffused that out with the shade Love Letter. Then for mascara, you should know the routine by now. I curled them and then used the Tartelette XL tubing mascara. Wow, that's a tongue twister. For falsies, I was originally thinking of going a bit dramatic, but then once I placed the half lashes from Model Rock on, I just ended up liking how it looked on its own, so I just committed to that. For lips, I wanted to pair this look with a nude lip, so I'm using the Colourpop Lippy Pencil in the shade BFF3. Then using the Sigma liquid lipstick in the shade New Mod, I'm just applying that to the center of my lip and then blending that out with a brush. Man, my lips were so chapped. I don't know why I kept forgetting to prep them before doing my makeup, but I used the NYX Fat Oil in the shade My Main. It's just a clear gloss that I thought would take the dryness away from my lips. And yeah, that is it. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I hope you all loved the looks that I created. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! What a noisy ass truck. Can I just say, my boyfriend knows nothing about makeup, but he bought me this little brush set.
This would be 2 years before she's talking to Sarah.
Oh, I just put glue on my hair. I thought I would show you guys 3 different looks using breakfast.
Okay, what is he doing? He's turning evil tonight?
He's turning into a pure beast and someone tonight, okay? And he says he won't be the favorite tonight. He won't even